Hello, Digidestined, and welcome back to the King's Court. Or, if this is your first time here, welcome to the King's Court. Now, okay, recently I did a pretty late at night sneak peek box opening of the new Blackwargreymon structure deck, the new Wargreymon structure deck, basically. So, in there, I opened all the new cards, showed off all the new cards, and went over a couple of the ones that I thought would be really useful in the deck. So, after that, all weekend, and I mean all weekend, and including Monday, which was my local's weekly Digimon tournament, I managed to play all against everyone there and really basically put this deck through the ringer to really figure out some of the new cards. So, this is the current build I'm using, and it's working pretty well, honestly. I think it's really good, really strong, and honestly, really fun. There's something about the black base of the deck that is just really fun to play. Probably it's the consistency, thanks to Agumon being Black Agumon X being able to search Black Tamers and all that. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Something really fun about it. So this is going to be the current deck profile for this build, and if I make any changes going forward, I'll definitely come back with an update. Not only that, I definitely am going to be rocking with the black base for a while until BT14 comes out, because that new absolutely amazing Agumon comes out, and then right there I'm going to be definitely working on that with the black base, but also the red hybrid base. I experiment with both. I love both versions. So before we get to that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos, and follow our social media in the description below. Not only that, let me know in the comments what do you think are the current ratios to use for the black base. These are the ones I'm messing with right now, and I'm liking it right now. But if you got any suggestions, let me know. So, let's start off really quick. Let's see. As always, we always start off with the Tamers. And I'm running the new Koromon. And this card is actually really good. I do like the old one that we used to have, but the problem is that card would only really be usable during our opponent's turn, and that really could cause some problems. Plus, one of the inherent, one of the pluses that the red hybrid has over the black base is that it can get to way higher DP levels, so this kind of almost balances it out. It gives the deck more power, so this card's really good. I think this might be the better Koromon to start running if you're playing the black base. Okay. So now go to the rookies. This is the black base. Obviously, you gotta run 4 of the black Agumon X antibody. This card I like this card actually a lot more than the red one for the red base, because one, this card works exactly like like our good buddy that got limited a while ago, our good buddy Greymon X. As long as we got an X antibody on it, we can just bottom deck that and save our Digimon. And it works even better because if you do that, and if you have the red Greymon X, you basically got double layers of protection, because you can just use him and then use the Greymon after that, so you don't gotta lose your pieces right away. So that's one thing plus, again, the fact that you can search and add black Tamers. Not just Tai Kamiya, but also you can even add your Yu Kugas, so that's pretty sweet. Next, definitely the best searcher we got in the deck. The BT12 Agumon. Just play it, and you can search for a Digimon with Greymon in its name, the top 4 cards of your deck, and a Tai Kamiya. And also powers up your Digimon by 1,000 during both turns. And that really helps out with Blackwargreymon X, because you want him to have higher DP during your opponent's turn in order so you could really fully maximize and utilize his redirecting ability and use him as a blocker. So that's really good right there. Now, I'm messing with 2 of the new Agumon, and it's working pretty good. I like it, actually. The whole gaining of memory during the standby phase, especially if you have Cool Boy out, and you can just Digivolve on Agumon X on top of this, you basically get 2 memories right there, thanks to having Cool Boy out, so it's a really good card. and the whole redirecting function of the deck will give you another memory too, thanks to its inheritable. So that's something really to memorize, because if you have multiples on field, you can get multiple memories back if you like use your raid Metal Greymon, which we'll get to that soon. I didn't want to max it out though, because there are some times I still want that extra search power, so I'm still rocking 2 of the old Black Agumon that lets you look at the top 4 of your deck and add a Dragonkin, which, by the way, Blackwargreymon, Blackwargreymon X, and Guilemon all fall under. So you can add a Dragonkin its traits and a Digimon Greymon its name. So this is the preferred lineup I'm liking, honestly. I don't think I'd make any switches, although, again, when that new Agumon comes out, we're probably going to have to make some switches, because that thing is just so amazing. That's it for the rookies. Now time for the champs. I'm playing 3 of the BT12 Greymon. Like I said earlier, if you have that Agumon that lets you gain a memory during the standby phase, and you play Agumon X, you'll gain 2 memories, and you can use this to go on top of it. And if you searched out a Taikamiya thanks to your Agumon X, you can just plop it down thanks to this Greymon, and right away you can go to the Metal Greymon, and you don't have to use, and you basically used all your memory right there if you have a memory setter out. There's a lot of utilization thanks to this card. Plus, again, that extra 1,000 is super necessary. 2 of the new Greymon. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this card hasn't come up a lot, but when it has, it wins me games. I'm not gonna lie. This card is super good. I like it a lot, but I think 2 is just fine. I tried maxing it out at first, but it really wasn't good at that. And I tried playing 3, still too much, because I cut it from 3, because I was playtesting at 3, and I cut it to 2, because I wanted to make room for this. I went to playing 1 of this Greymon, and I wasn't playing this one for the longest time, the BT8, but I thought, you know what, there are going to be times where I'm not going to see. Anyone who plays this deck knows that there are going to be times you just can't see your ties. And if you have multiple Digimons, like if you have like Blackwargreymon X, which is redirecting, and you want to put out Guilemon, start doing some damage to your opponent's security, you want him to be a blocker, you can't really, you only got 1 tie. It really sucks choosing between the 2. So having this lets you have that extra layer of protection with blockers. So that's something I really enjoy. But again, this is like my own personal tech that I wanted to put in here, and I like it. But if you want to cut it to max out this guy, or play another one of this, or play whichever Greymon you want, you can even play the jamming one that I had before. You can even do that. So, but it's all player preference. But this is what I enjoy. And this goes without saying. I'm just gonna turbo through this part. Obviously, the standard Greymon X. Someday, maybe. But hey, what can you do? So that's it for the champs. Now, on to the ultimates. Alrighty. Now, because this deck wants to activate the redirect abilities, the Greymon, the new Greymon, the Agumon, the Koromon, I'm maxing out on 4 of the raid Metal Greymon. And not only that, this Metal Greymon, the fact it gives us piercing is even better too. Because there is a lot of stuff because personally for me, green is like the most difficult matchup I think everyone who plays this deck can agree that green decks, Bloom Lordmon, Rosemon, Grantis, the fact that their gimmick is to suspend our Digimon, and the fact that we can't block or anything like that because of that, we can all agree that that's very annoying. So but if we manage to set up in the raising zone and manage to put out a Digimon and have him with piercing and swing over our opponent's suspended green Digimon, that will just do loads of great for us. Not only that, if you have the X antibody, you can just do the whole raid X antibody, play a tie, and just go into this one and gain that extra 3k. So that's something to be wary of. But I'm doing a 2-2 split. I'm doing 2 of the red Metal Greymon X and 2 of the vaccine Metal Greymon X. Virus and vaccine. because there are times where I want to like put extra layers on my Digimon, and there's also the times I want to blow someone up in my opponent's field. Plus, the ability. This card is basically our middle finger to Shine Greymon because with this, that first turn they can't lower our DP, and that one turn can pretty much cost and like completely change a game. So this card is really necessary, useful. Again, you can always switch this up how you want. I was also considering playing what's it called? And I might even, let's see, I should have it right here. Nope. Here it is. You could also put in the BT8 Metal Greymon. Like, maybe, like, switch one of the Raid Metal Greymons and play one of these. That's something you could do. But, again, just a suggestion. So that's it for the Metal Greymons. Alright, time for the big guys. Time for the main event. I'm still rocking the 2-2 split. 2 Blackwargreymon, 2 Blackwargreymon X, 2 of the boy Gaiomon, and 1 Omnimon X. I wanted to make room for Omnimon Blitz, but I really couldn't. But it's okay because most of the time you want to use if you would rather use Gaiomon to be the one to go into Omnimon X because of his Blitz. So if he has the X antibody and then you Blitz, you can just use that to go into Omnimon X. And if you're going for game, you're going for game. So you can just, if your opponent has like 1 security left, you pretty much got it right there. So that's my theory behind that. And I'm enjoying the 2-2 split, honestly. It's working out great. But one thing I would consider, I'm not going to lie, I do miss, not a lot of people are taking it in as much. I still enjoy it, but I kind of want to try putting in the newer Gaiomon just for like throwing my opponent off guard, and the fact that it can delete a play cost 13 or more, so it really deals with like burst mode Digimon, something to really like that I really think about. So I don't know, maybe I'd cut. I don't know, honestly, it's hard to say. I would rather keep 2 of this Gaiomon. That way I know I can have another Gaiomon in my hand to use that one's effect. So maybe I would cut maybe 2 black. That's the tough part. Maybe 1 Blackwargreymon. It's really hard to say. But for right now, this is like the best. I think this is like the best lineup to deal with like the most decks. Especially again, there are a lot of decks right now. Like I've said before, as long as this game becomes more and more Tamer reliant, Blackwargreymon is gonna have a place because he just takes care of Tamers. All right. Speaking of Tamers, I'm rocking 3 of this Takamiya still a necessary card. Now, I'm also running 2 Cool Boy. Now, I was trying out the new tie, but it didn't come up as often as I'd like due to the fact that I'd rather place that tie using Metal Greymon. And I'm not gonna lie, there are times Yu Kuga's ability to be unaffected by option cards came up a lot more than the new Tai Kamiya. Plus, yes, he lets me draw a card and you can power up your Digimon by 2k. But if you have Blackwargreymon or X or Gaiomon and you have that Koromon under it, and your Agumon and Greymons, you don't really need that extra power. Plus, if you really need it and you play it right, the Yu-Gi-Oh will just give you an extra 2k, and unlike the tie, it'll last till the end of your opponent's turn. That was the problem I kept having. Every time I used the tie, I thought it would last till my opponent's the end of their turn. No, it doesn't. So that's something I kind of prefer that Yu-Gi-Oh does. It lasts till the end of your opponent's turn. So you have if you use it on Blackwargreymon X, you can give them that extra power, and your opponent is really hesitant to even try attacking to begin with. So that's something to. Again, you could play the new tie if you want. You can either cut Yu-Gi-Oh or you can run both, but I tried running both, and it became my hands became way too clunky with way too many Tamers, and I'd rather just play the one. And I think it works out just fine, personally. But again, it's always a player preference. If you want to play the new Ty, I say go for it. It is a good card though. Don't get me wrong. All right. All right, now time for the options. Now, this deck is more reliant on the X antibody than the red hybrid because this not only do we usually use Gaiomon to go into Blackwargreymon X, but also, like I said, the Agumon works just like the Greymon X, so we need that X antibody really badly. You always gotta have, I say 2 Hades Force is always a requirement. And I can't wait till those new training cards come out. I think everyone's excited for those. Until then, though, I'm still rocking 2 Black Memory Boosts. Although I'm definitely going to be switching those out because not everything in this deck is searchable through Black Memory Boost. I only really use it to find missing pieces like Metal Greymon. Sometimes I need that. Or like if I'm looking for like Gaiomon or Blackwargreymon X specifically. So, but I'm definitely going to be switching these out for the training cards and those come out. I think everyone is. So that's the current build I'm running, and it works as great. This new support, honestly, is really good, really strong, and it really helps out the black base. So that's it for this build and this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. If you got any suggestions, let me know in the comments. We read every comment. We try to reply to everyone. Sometimes we forget. I'm sorry. We're only human. Sometimes we forget to respond. But we try to respond as often as we can. So, you got anything, any suggestions? Like, what are your ratios? And how have you been, and what's your luck playing the new support? Let me know. I want to know in the comments. So, that's it for this video. Thanks for stopping by. And honestly, just have a great week. Take care. Bye.